Hey everybody, Jerry Unscripted here. If you like what you hear, make sure that you subscribe or like button. If you want to hear more of this, an unbiased opinion on or my take on what's happening in the world, feel free. Please go subscribe. Hit the like button. Jerry Brazee, just search for me online. You'll find everything there. Really go to jerrybrazee.com. The website's got everything you need to look at to find me on all the different social medias. Today I'm going to talk to you business owners. This goes out to business owners. I am your fiercest defenders. And during this COVID Wuhan virus program that we have going on and this nightmare that the government has inflicted on us, we have been put out like no other. And I defend that to the end. This is not our fault. Let me be clear. This is not our fault. This is not your fault. It's not my fault. My business is down significantly. Credit is hurt. Banking relationships are hurt. The crawl out for this is going to take generations. I think many people are going to lose their businesses all for nothing that they did. And I'm talking to all businesses now. This is young business and old business. You'll remember, anybody that listens to me knows that my whole thing about life, my approach to it, my approach to business is everything is your fault. Everything is my fault. Regardless of what happens to me, it's my fault. So if the government screws me out of my business, it's my fault. I have to take responsibility for it. And what I see happening all over the place, I'm doing nothing but having conversations, mostly with very small business owners, 1, 2, 3 employees that are just trying to make a living. The government came in and screwed them over, and that's absolutely what happened. But when they're chasing the PPP money, they're chasing that government money, the money's put in place, their paperwork sucks. And then they bitch about why they didn't get the loan. They don't know if they're an LLC. They don't know if they're a sole proprietorship. They don't know if they're a single member LLC. They don't have any idea what kind of incorporation. Maybe they're just self-employed and they can't even answer the question. So imagine you're the SBA. You usually do $30 billion a year in loans. You do $350 billion in a week, or they do it in 13 days, and some of those show up and they're not complete. Anybody knows if you're getting a loan, and this is the trick to getting a loan, that paperwork's got to be spot on. Everything that you put on the application has to match the supporting documentation that you're using to support the reason why they should give you the loan. So many people are fumbling over this, small business guys. Many of you guys aren't sure what your paperwork is. Just because your paperwork's perfect doesn't mean that you're going to get the loan. Just because it's perfect doesn't mean it's going to go through smoothly. But we got to stop crying and complaining when it's our fault. There's no way we're going to learn if it's not our fault. So take responsibility for it. Make sure that paperwork is correct, because the lessons learned now in getting these loans, as your companies grow and you need these loans more, this is critical. It's critical that the documentation be exactly what it's supposed to be, and it's supposed to be right. So if you're that small guy operating his business and you don't have a profit and loss statement, you need to look at that. You need to get one. Do you have a balance sheet? If you don't have one, could you have one created quickly? I know you all can do business in your head and you can keep the checkbook yourselves. I get it. The businesses aren't smart enough, aren't small enough or large enough, to maybe need that type of paperwork. But if you don't know what it is, it's basic business 101. And if you've ignored it because you can do it all out of your pocket, then you're making an excuse. You're making you've done something wrong. You're making a mistake, and you need to fix it by learning about it from this side. Going through this experience should be a very good learning experience for everybody. The paperwork is key when getting a loan. To you guys trying to get a loan now, or maybe you're struggling with your bank and they're just kicking you back, they have millions of people coming in for these loans. They're going to pick you up, they're going to take your piece of paper, and they're going to say, this T is not crossed, there's an I on here that's not dotted, and they're going to set you over here. You don't want to be set over here. You want to go just like this. They go, everything is exactly the way it should be. It matches this supporting documentation. I'm going to take it over here, and it goes to the next step, because no one's looking over there. Nobody pays attention to that paperwork over there, whether you're getting a loan now or you're getting a loan when the world is normal. So I want to encourage everybody. Again, this is not your fault. You guys didn't do it. I didn't do it. The government effed this up for all of us. But we have to deal with what we've given, with what we've been given, and we have to learn from it. So that's the most important part. Don't forget this lesson. How do you get a loan? It starts and ends with how well your paperwork is.